Good morning. Shabbos, everybody. Lag BaOmer, very just devastating tragedy last night. We should also probably say Tehillim. The Rav just sent out, we said Tehillim this morning. Rav sent out a WhatsApp. Everyone should say Perek Tehillim. Just devastating, what happened last night. This week's Parsha, there's really three different aspects that the Sfas Emes talks about. A lot of his works, he talks about the place, the year, time, and the person. Nefesh, Olam, Makom. And this Parsha really kind of holds all three together. The person should be holy, Nikdash Yipsach B'nai Yisrael, Kohanim. We know that the place talks about the Avoda, the menorah, the Lechem HaPanim, the Shulchan, the Karbanos, and the time. This is one of the Chagim, one of the parts of the Chagim. Mishpatim and emor, Pinchas is the most often. You hang around, Chalmud once in a while. They relay emor once in a while, Chalmud. And what struck me interesting is that a couple of days ago is as we're going through the Parsha, the Parsha, and I noticed that right after the Chagim, it goes into menorah, Lechem HaPanim. What's the kesher of this? So, is there a kesher? Well, obviously there is. So towards the end of the parsha, Sfas Emes talks about that in the Heichel you had the Ketores, you had the menorah, and you had the Shulchan. The menorah is the light of Hashem Torah, and the Ketores is life. We know that Aaron saved the people and did the Ketores in Parshas Korach, and Shulchan. Shulchan is the Shefa from Hashem. So these three parts. And what's interesting is how instrumental. We know that the menorah of Hanukkah all the time, Ketores, only a Kohen could do it twice a day. That Nevi'u died from doing it. But what was the real point? What was the big deal of the Lechem HaPanim and the Shulchan? What's the big deal of that? And what's interesting is also this week we have the Daf Yomi. We talked about that the Shulchan and the Lechem HaPanim. Kohen Gadol got a few, the rest of Kohanim split up. We know one of the miracles in the first base of Mikdash and the Mishkan is you ate some of it, a little bit, and you were full. And what's the point of this? Akadei Kach, that was one of the things that took place on the Moadim. We know that the Gemara talks about that people would come from all over Eretz Yisrael and base of Mikdash, and the Chagim, they bring out the Shulchan, pick it up. Pick up the menorah, pick up the Ketores, the Aron maybe take out once in a while, show people it's still there, the Shulchan. And what's important is have the connection of the Moadim and Parnasa with Shabbos. So Sfas Emes all the time talks about how during the week we work, but really the Shefa is Shabbos that goes for the week. It's not like the week fills into Shabbos. Shabbos really sets up the Rachenu, the Seder of the week is really based on Shabbos. And the same thing with the Moadim. We know that Pesach, we're davening for the Tevuah, and Shavuos, the Lanos, and Sukkot is with the water. We daven for the water, we have a special Nisuch HaMayim. And the whole year, we have to be reminded, recharged, we recharge our batteries on Chag to remember that all the Shefa for the whole year comes from Hashem. And we need to be reminded, and we daven for it on the Chagim. And especially this comes out with the Shulchan. They would actually bring the Shulchan out on the Chagim to remember, each day you're working, every day you're going to work, each day you're getting your check, whatever the case is, it's really from Hashem. Ad Kedei Kach, the miracle took place on Shabbos, because on Shabbos it was actually 8 days old because they baked it on Friday, and they switched it out Shabbos, and the Kohen would eat the breads from the week before. So we're talking about 8 days. And the people would see the Lechem HaPanim, and they'd see it's still warm, smoke coming out of it. I don't know how they'd see it. I guess it was mist coming out of it, or someone would have their hands or something. And this was a huge miracle. And it's not just the Lechem HaPanim. Yarachenu on Shabbos. It was set up on the Seder, and the setting up was on Shabbos. And so Sfas Emes says this is actually a remez to the week. The week is literally being set up by Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom.